Well, new developments in the case of a man charged with sexual assault involving two members of a local softball team who were both underage at the time. 40-year-old Jacob Perez appeared with his attorney today before Judge Jack Pulcher in the 105th District Court, where his lawyer said he just discovered there was a second sexual assault charge against his client. Perez had already posted a $75,000 bond after turning himself in on the first charge last week. Bond for the second charge has been set at $250,000, $250,000. Assistant District Attorney Kathy Mills asked the judge for the most severe bond restrictions available if Perez is able to make bond on that second charge.
In light of the fact that these are two serious allegations against a child, we're asking that all the child protections be put in place. That's going to include a child safety zone, no contact with any minors under the age of 18, and particularly no contact with these victims and specifically any members of this softball team.
Another status hearing will be held 1 week from today to determine if Perez will be released on the second bond of $250,000. Perez faces a possible jail sentence of 2 to 10 years on the first count and 2 to 20 years on the second count.